Hey y'all, welcome back to another Monster High ranking video. Today we're going to be ranking all of the Twyla dolls. If you are not familiar with this series that I've been doing for a while now on my channel, it is where I take a look at a Monster High character from Gen 1 and Gen 2, all of the dolls that were produced in those two generations, and then I rank them on my personal opinion of each doll. With that being said, it is just my opinion and it's totally okay if we disagree. I would love to hear what your individual rankings would be in the comments down below, but it's definitely not a personal attack if my least favorite doll happens to be your favorite doll. Sometimes that just happens. But yeah, so we are going to be focusing on Twyla today. She's the last single character video that we're going to be doing. Actually, for real this time, thank you again to the couple of you in the comments of my previous few videos reminding me that I still needed to do Twyla, because I definitely feel really bad that I almost skipped out on her. But she's gonna get her video. It's happening right now. So yeah, if you guys do find yourself enjoying as we go along here, if you could give the video a like, that'd be really helpful. And if you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, if you like what you see, maybe subscribe for more. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the Twyla ranking. Alrighty, so for all of my rankings, I do use Procreate, and to recap the tiers, if you haven't seen these videos before, I go perfect, good, and good but not for me. That one is for dolls that I can look at and say the design is really good, but I just don't personally like it. Then we have mediocre, bad but it gets worse, and burn it. So for Twyla, we're going to be starting out with her School Spirit 2-pack, which is not a great one to start on. This was like a peanut butter and jelly themed pack with Draculaura. And like, I guess the peanut butter and jelly thing is okay, but honestly, I just think this is terrible. It doesn't really read Twyla, like it's pretty generic to me. Her hairstyle is just a simple ponytail. Like, there's not a lot of design here, and it just kind of makes me sad. So we are going to start off pretty awful, and we're going to pop that right into Burn It, because I really, really dislike that one. Then we have New Scaremester. This one is definitely a lot better, thankfully. Much more like Twyla. She's got a really cool print on her dress here with the different bugs. I really, really like that. It's kind of a simple dress, but it has something to it, and I do appreciate that. The little pocket. Her shoes are pretty simple also, but I do like her bag with all the bugs on that as well. Overall, I would say that it's not like insanely exciting, but it's a pretty solid design. It definitely reads more true to her character than the stupid peanut butter and jelly one. I actually quite like this. I'm going to put this in good. Alrighty, then we have Howling Hoodies. And I guess this line is like a decent one for Twyla, being that she is the daughter of the boogeyman. I like the print and everything, but honestly, this line was so gross. I really, really wasn't a fan, but it does have at least some theming to it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in bad, but it gets worse, because at least it's not the peanut butter and jelly monstrosity. Alright, Haunted is next. I don't know how to feel about this one. There are things that I really like and things that I don't like as much. I love her shoes. They're like very weirdly bright in this picture, and I don't know if they were actually that bright on the doll or if that's just like how it photographed, but I really am digging that color, especially with the darker tone that her feet have compared to like the rest of her body. I think that's really pretty. I think that the print of her dress is pretty cool with kind of the webbing and some little spiders in there. I don't know, I think my thing with the like not core Haunted dolls, the stripe of makeup across the eyes, sometimes I think it looks really cool and sometimes I'm just not really a fan, and I think it's not working in Twyla's favor. I also think her lips are like jarringly bright for the rest of this design. Basically, it's the makeup that I'm not a fan of, but I do think everything else is pretty solid. I'm gonna put this one in good but not for me, because I actually don't like it as much as New Scaremester, but I could see why people would like that one. Next up is Garden Ghouls. I don't know. I love the wings on this. By all means, Garden Ghouls should have been a line that I was obsessed with because I love fairies, but pretty much every design from that line, I feel like they almost had it and just not quite there. Because I do love the wings. I think her dress is fine. I think my big thing with this one is that I wish her hair had some sort of style to it instead of just kind of being there. And then also her accessories not being painted, I think really takes this down a notch. Like the moth headband is so cute, so cool. And if we had even just had the eyes of the moth painted, I think that would have elevated this design so much. Like, I'm not asking for a ton. Like, I'm not like, it needs to be 5 different colors, full detail. I just feel like something would have been good. And then the same with the shoes. like, from what I can see, the molding looks like it's pretty cool, but it is, like, kind of simplistic. I don't know. There's just something about this that isn't quite hitting right for me. The question is, do I like it more or less than Haunted? I think personally I like it more just because I like the fairy theme, and I feel like that's probably an unpopular opinion. But I love the theming for it, and I do think most of this looks cool. There's just something that looks kind of off. So she's going to go in good. Okay, this one. I love this Twyla. This is the only Twyla I own. She's so pretty. I'm obsessed. The Freak de Chic Twyla, so beyond beautiful. The stilts were such a fun thing to add to the doll. It just makes her proportions really interesting and fun in a display. This outfit that she has going on with the spiders and the webs, but then like the pom-poms, it's so beautiful. I love her makeup. It's very like sad clown. Killed it. And then the hair. Every single thing about this doll looks so beautiful and so wonderful. And again, this is the only Twyla I own. So this is definitely going to go in perfect because that doll is a work of art. I don't have her on display right now because I have all my Freak de Chic dolls in storage because I don't have a place to put like the whole playset that I have for them. But like, when I'm reminded of this doll, I'm actively sad that I don't have her out because she's just that wonderful to me. Okay, Electrified is not great. In general, I didn't love the line, so that's probably not surprising to anyone. The hair is really distracting, and I like a good doll with crimps. Like, there is a good way to do crimps, but this was not it. Her outfit is fine. I definitely don't think it's the worst. It does have theming to her, but, like, overall, the appearance of the doll is very jarring in a very terrible way to me. I'm gonna put this in bad, but it gets worse. Only a couple left. Okay, Coffin Bean. Those shoes immediately drew my eye, and I hate those shoes so much. Oh my gosh. The color is just like completely off from the rest of her design, and they feel really weirdly tiny. Like they make her feet look super small. I love the rest of her though. I like the darker color in her hair. I think that that looks really, really pretty on her, especially when you do have the lighter streaks mixed in. Just that combination I think is really solid. I also am obsessed with the romper. I just really like, because dolls a lot of the time have dresses and skirts, so I really appreciate any time that there's like a good short or a pair of pants. And especially like a romper, I feel like it's not something that you see very often, especially like this came out a while ago. So yeah, I feel like that wasn't something that you saw very often. And the prints on this are beautiful. The belt is super cute. I think that this was actually a budget doll. Like, I think the Coffin Bean dolls were a budget line. But I feel like the amount of effort put into her doesn't look like a budget line, and that's a, like, big compliment, right? Except for the shoes. I really hate the shoes. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in good, because I honestly think that she could make it up to perfect if she had a better pair of shoes. Okay, and then we have the original Twyla, and I was never really a fan of this one, honestly. Like, I feel like that's kind of an unpopular opinion, and I've said this a few times in regards to G3's Twyla. Obviously, she's not on the ranking, but I didn't get that doll because I never really liked the original Twyla doll, this one, and I feel like the G3 Twyla looks fairly similar. She's just not my cup of tea. I don't know what it is about her, because, like, she has the detailed shoes, the detailed bag, her hair is fine, the prints on her outfit are perfectly fine. I'm not in love with, like, the skirt. I think that all of the ruffles I'm not really vibing with. But yeah, there's not, like, a good reason for me to not be in love with this doll. I'm just not. And I don't know, I wish I could, like, tell you guys this is what I don't like about her, but genuinely, aside from not loving the skirt, I don't know what it is. I just cannot connect with her. Like, I've looked at this doll back when she first came out, and, like, through the years, every once in a while, I would revisit pictures of her, and I just cannot make myself connect with her. So, predictably, she is going to go in good but not for me, because obviously this is a well-loved doll. People really like this. I'm just not, like, on the same program, so good but not for me it is. But yes, that is going to be the ranking then. Interesting that there's not any in mediocre. I definitely thought there would be when I was prepping for this video. I try not to, like, analyze any of the dolls too much when I prep so that I can get kind of more of a raw reaction on camera for you guys. But I definitely thought that there would be at least some in mediocre. I don't know, she has a lot of dolls that are kind of growing on me. Not the original, I don't know why. But yeah, some solid ones. So a little bit kinder than I thought this would be. But yeah, guys, like I said, I would love to hear your personal rankings for Twyla in the comments down below. And then, yeah, I guess look forward to the next couple of videos to round out this series. We're going to be doing the Mansters next, all of the Mansters in one conglomerate video, and then miscellaneous ghouls, and then that'll be it. So I hope you guys are excited for those two. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys!